LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.
Powered by
RUSLAN, 100% pure music.
LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.
Hello, namaste, and welcome to yet another fantabulous episode of the LIVON Evening Show at 6, which comes to you every single day, 6 to 7 p.m. And today be Thursday, that is my day. I am your host, Nikita, and I don't come alone. So I have a very, very special guest with me from the land of pizzas and from the place of love. It is none other than... She was born in actually Mexico, and then she traveled and she was raised in France, if I'm not wrong, and she's right here in Nepal. She is a wonderful, wonderful person, a great photographer, a great filmmaker, and a videographer too. So let's welcome our very own Susana Lopez. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I was not wrong. You were born in Mexico, right?
Beginning?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. So yes, I was born in Mexico, and I arrived in France when I was 2 years old, because my mom is French, and she just wanted to come back to her hometown with my father.
So you were brought up there?
Yeah.
So when was the first time you traveled to Nepal?
It was 2 years ago, 2 years and a half ago, November 2014 exactly.
So what actually clicked and you decided you are going to come to Nepal and actually shoot documentaries and movies and everything?
Actually, everything went very fast. I began on my own documentary about shamanism. And I've met on the movie set, I would say it's documentary, so it's different, but I've met on the place a director from Britain, from UK. And he was looking for an assistant, director assistant, camera person. He loved my work, so okay, he hired me right away, and I stayed longer than I was supposed to.
Okay, so with that done, it's time we take our very first musical commercial break. We are going to be right back, so stay with us only on the LIVON Evening Show at 6.
LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.
Alright, welcome back after the very first musical commercial break. You're still watching the LIVON Evening Show at 6, which is powered by RUSLAN 100% pure music, crazy about music. As a Bihibaiko Din, and I am with a very, very special guest. She is a filmmaker, she is a videographer, she is a photographer. She is actually a multi-talented personality. She is none other than Susana Lopez. So I'm going to continue the conversation with her. So Susana, tell me, when did you decide you want to be in this field? You want to be a photographer and not a doctor or a pilot or anything else? Why did you choose this profession?
Actually, everything began when I watched Baraka, a documentary from the 1992, if I'm not wrong. And it was like a crush, and I thought, okay, I want to do this job, I want to do that. But then I was doing my master's, and I was studying, and you know, it was not so serious to say just my parents, okay, I'm going filming, you know, you are unknown, and you just begin like this. So I don't know, I had this in my mind for quite a long time, and I arrived in Nepal, and right away to the camera, and everything just happened. I just follow the flow.
All right, so whom do you take as your inspiration?
For my work, I don't know. I mean, artistic inspirations, there are so many filmmakers that I love, of course. But everything began with my father, I would say, because he's a painter. And he taught me the basics. I mean, you know, how to use colors, what color go with what, you know, the shadows, everything, to be aware of the composition of a picture. So since I am a child, I was surrounded by arts. So that was, in a way, my first inspiration, my school, my training. So.
All right, so it's a fun-filled show, and we are going to play a small game. The game is called Rapid Fire. So I'm going to be asking you questions, but then you cannot take your time and think and answer. You've got to be very quick, impromptu answers. Whatever comes to your mind, that's going to be your answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so tell me one thing that you cannot live without, a thing.
A thing, I would say my camera, of course.
Okay, what is that one thing you can live without?
I can live without my lipstick.
Okay.
I'm not so fond of makeup.
Okay. So if you are not in this field, you are not a photographer or videographer, what else would you be and why?
I would love to be a dancer, actually.
You dance as well?
Think. Yeah, I dance, but I think if I could have like a reset button, I would have loved to be a dancer.
All right, so that one day of your life that you want to relive one more time?
I don't know, I have so many memories, but maybe I would say in Mexico, having ice cream with my father and my mother, just seeing the sunset. That was a great memory.
Oh, I can actually imagine that. All right, so which country is known as the land of white elephants?
Oh, I don't know, Iceland maybe?
No, it's Thailand.
Okay.
What is the closest star to Earth?
Moon. No,
No,
I don't
moon
know.
is
I'm
not
so
a star,
bad.
it's sun.
Yeah, it's true, sun. Totally bad.
All right, so if you could change one habit of yours, what would that be?
Maybe to be too dreamy. I'm all the time in the dreams.
Okay, is it a daydream or a night dream?
Daydream, I don't know. I mean, all the time I like, my mind is out of my body in a way.
Okay, so if you can actually change one facial feature of yours, what would that be?
A what? Sorry?
A facial feature, your eyes,
A
nose.
facial feature, maybe my kin.
Why?
I don't know. It's not very, I don't know.
Okay, so if you're not a human, what else would you be and why?
If I was not a human, I really love tigers. I think they are the kings of the jungle, no? So yeah, I think
I think lions are the kings of the jungle.
Yeah, but tiger, I don't know, it depends of where, you know. I mean, in India, they're considered like very sacred animals. So yeah, I saw them. I mean, for me, they just mesmerize me. The colors, the way they move.
A Royal Bengal tiger, it is. Okay. So, who is your favorite actor?
Favorite actor, I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, your favorite actress?
There's so many, but I really like Penelope Cruz.
What is the last thing you do before going to bed?
Checking my messages.
Okay. What is the color of your toothbrush?
Orange nowadays.
Who's your favorite singer?
A singer, I love Mark Anthony.
Okay, with that we've come to the end of Rapid Fire. Well played. Yay!
Wow.
Okay, round of
I was so
applause
bad.
for Susana. We take our next musical commercial break. So here comes a very beautiful music video for all you lovely people out there. Enjoy, and we're going to be right back.
Livon Serum, the evening show at 6.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in case you have just tuned in, then you're watching Himalaya Television. This be your favorite show, the Livon Evening Show at 6, which comes to you every single day, 6 to 7 p.m. Today be Thursday, a day where I come along with a guest, and I have a very beautiful guest with me. She's pretty as well as talented. She's multi-talented in my perception. She's none other than Susana Lopez, a filmmaker, a photographer, a videographer, and a dancer too. For me, she's an awesome dancer. So let's talk about dance. What do you think dance is for you?
Dance is like moving, I don't know, it's like something very personal, intimate, and when you share that with someone else, and on top of that they are just surrounded by people around, it's something becoming like you share something very personal of yourself, but without noticing. Actually, it's very strange.
So where do you see yourself after 5 years?
In my crazy dreams, I don't know, I would love to be doing feature films and travel the world.
Oh, you love traveling.
Yeah.
Where is your holiday destination that you actually want to go?
I would love to go to Cuba. I've never been there.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, all the best. You can take me along with you. Okay, so let's talk about your event that happened just last week. So it was Life in Color. Can you tell me about this event?
So the event went great. I'm very happy about everything. I mean, so many people showed up. I have very nice feedbacks. People loved the photographs. People liked also, I guess, the short film, A Ballet in Kathmandu. So I was very happy with everything. Everything was so smooth, and people enjoyed also. I mean, I don't know, the energy was positive, I guess. So that was the most important.
All right. So what is Ballet in Kathmandu about? It is a short movie. You made it. So tell me the secrets of Ballet in Kathmandu.
So Ballet in Kathmandu, I worked with Alize Bianic. She's a French ballet dancer, and she was trained in Paris, and after she traveled the world. So for me, working with her was very interesting, personally, but of course professionally. I mean, filming dancing, it's very challenging because basically you have to dance. I mean, according to me, you have to dance with the dancer to make the audience feel that you feel the body moving, you feel the spirit of the body, you know. And so Ballet in Kathmandu, it's about ballet, but in Kathmandu. So I'm from Mexico, and in Mexico, magical realism is a cultural stream, very important. It inspired a lot of artists. And I am totally inspired by this. And so that's why a Ballet in Kathmandu, it's also a dream, like a journey through Kathmandu, but through her perspective when she's dreaming. So that's why she's like waking up as a ballet dancer, like a fairy. She has this wonderful dress with gold and so shiny, and she's dancing around the Swayambhu. So everything was kind of unreal. So yeah, I think Ballet in Kathmandu is about Nepali culture, but through a Latin perspective, I would say.
How did you come up with this concept of mixing ballet and then culture and making it a combo of art and dance and music and everything?
It came very naturally. I love dance, and I was dancing salsa at this time already. So, and I was living with her, with Alize. So I was like, we were talking every day about our experiences in Nepal, and we were listening together this Tchaikovsky music. She was preparing a show, actually, and I just began to write the script very quickly. Everything came very fast, and I proposed her, would you like to dance for my short film? And she said yes, and we filmed the next day.
So tell me the experience of filming in Kathmandu, because it's not that very easy. You are not there with lots and lots of equipment. There are very few equipments. There are very few places where you can actually shoot with lots and lots of people roaming here and there. So tell me the experience. How did it all start? How did it all end? What were the problems or hurdles you faced while shooting the movie?
I was very lucky. Everything was very smooth. Of course, we didn't face so many problems, but I would say everything was a very great memory. We were in Swayambhu. We were surrounded by thousands of pilgrims from India, and they were totally impressed, you know, by Alize in her tutu, you know, black tutu it's called. With her leg, and you know, but it was very, she was looking like a fairy, like a goddess. So nothing was shocking. They were more like kind of mesmerized because they suddenly stopped, you know, turning around the stupa, and they began to, you know, with their phone taking photographs. They asked selfie with her. Buddhist monks also stopped, and they were very interested. So I didn't have any kind of problems. Everything was very beautiful. Nepali people, and in this case it was people from India also, they are very ready to share, ready to be cheerful and to be happy, and you know, just to enjoy the show. So that was very great.
So how was your team? How many people were there? Where did you travel for the short movie and taking the pictures as well? They were wonderful indeed. So where did you travel for those pictures?
So I was alone. I was on my own. I was filming myself, and so yeah, I went some part in Dampus, some part. My best friend actually came with me from France to help me with the material and stuff. Yeah, I mean, my friends mostly helped me out, you know, whenever I was, you know, the tripod is super heavy and you have the lens and you have everything, the camera is heavy, so. But we were, no, the dancer, me and Sisir Bangder, who was the actor, so, but the post-production actually needed more of time and people and manpower, I would say.
Tell me about the most memorable yet the most funny moment you had while shooting the movie.
I think it was in Swayambhu with all these Indian pilgrims taking selfies with her. It was so funny, like, you know, the old ladies with their beautiful saris and posing with Alize in tutu, you know. It was very funny. It was very, like, sharing a nice moment.
Okay, so what is that one thing that actually pulls you towards Nepal every time you come?
But actually, when I was in France, I met the uncle of my best friend, who is French, and he's been living in Nepal for almost 10 years. Okay. I mean, back and forth between France and Nepal. And he told me about Mohan Rai, who is a shaman. So in Nepali, I think it's Jakri. And I don't know, I felt like I needed to meet this wise man. I was very curious to see what kind of shamanism was there in Nepal, and coming from Mexico, it was in Mexico also we have shaman, animism. So I was just very curious, and something but pulled me very strongly. And right away when I met Mohan Rai, I just began to work, you know, in the movie world, and everything went so fast, and I began to film documentary about him, about shamanism in Nepal, about culture in Nepal, festivals and everything. So.
Okay, so it's time we take yet another musical break, but then I promise I'm going to be back with so much more fun. So don't go anywhere, stay with us only on the LIVON Evening Show at 6. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the LIVON Evening Show at 6, and the show is powered by RUSLAN 100% Pure Music. I am Nikita and I'm with Susana Lopez, and we are going to play a game. So there you go. I'm going to tell you the grand rules. So I'm going to set my timer to 30 seconds, and what you are going to do is we are going to shuffle at the same time. So one cup at a time, you're going to put it upwards, and after 30 seconds, the one who has more cups is going to win. So
okay.
This black cup right here, when it gets to the last position, it's one round, but then you don't stop until 30 seconds.
Okay.
You ready?
And I have to answer questions, or?
No, you don't have to do anything. Okay, let me set my timer. And so 3, 2, 1, and go.
You know this game. You know this game already.
I'm a pro.
Look at this.
That's my one round.
No, that's not fair.
You have to do it fast.
One round.
So 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop.
My God. Look at this.
See who wins. Okay, that was quite fun. So let's talk about your future plans. What are your plans? Because as far as I know, you are leaving Nepal tomorrow, that is. So are you planning to come back to Nepal? Are you planning to go back to France and start your documentaries there or your movies there? Or are you going to start your feature film there? What are your future plans?
So I'm leaving Nepal tomorrow, and that makes me very emotional. I love this country so much. So of course I will come back. I don't know when exactly, because I have some work to do also in France, some projects. I would like to go to Mexico also to visit my family. So the plan, yes, it's to continue Blink, my YouTube program. I have some ideas of short films also, so let's see.
All right, so let's talk about Blink. I know it already, but then let our viewers know, what is Blink all about? How did you started it back then? So how did it all start?
So Blink, it's about Nepali culture and dance, and I would like to export this project, I mean to travel with this project and to continue to do Blink episodes about different cultures, but to use dance as a medium to talk about the culture, the local culture. Because I think dance, yeah, I mean it's something very genuine and very that everyone does in any country. There is like very ancestral dances, social dances, everyone loves dancing. So I thought, yeah, dance can be either spiritual, ritual, or social. So it gives like a broaden, very large horizons, very large, I mean, possibilities to study a culture. So Blink is about this. For the moment, I think there is 3 episodes. There is one, the 4th one is coming up very soon, about Lucky Darlami, who is a great, beautiful Nepali dancer.
Yes.
And this one will be special because it will be like a music video. And I love music videos, I love editing, I love filming music videos. So Blink, it's a mix of fiction and documentary and music video, so it's very, very strange. Except the first one, who was about a Nepali bride, very beautiful one. So this one, they were not dance, but it was like kind of an introduction of Nepali culture.
All right, so how did you actually start it at the very first place?
Blink, you mean? I started with Akanksha, so this Nepali bride. So every time I ask this question to my main characters, I would say, what makes you happy? What makes you happy as a Nepali bride? What makes you happy as a salsa dancer? What makes you happy as a ballet dancer? So happiness, culture, and dance are the 3 guidelines of the project.
All right, so with that, it's time we take our last commercial break, but then I'm going to be back with Susana. Don't go anywhere, stay with us.
LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after the last commercial break. This is the LIVON Evening Show at 6, which is powered by RUSLAN 100% Pure Music. I am with Susana, and we have a very, very little time left. So before saying bye-bye, I want to ask the last question. I actually say the audience we have, our viewers are our God. We worship them. So what do you want to say to all our viewers watching you?
Thank you, Nepalese people, that I love you so much. Nepal gave me so much, offered me so much. I'm so grateful. I mean, the culture is amazing. People are amazing. They're very pure heart, very open-minded also in their way. So many things that I love about this culture. So a great thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. So do you know any sort of Nepali dances?
Not really. Kathak, I guess it's Indian. So not really much about, no.
All right, so we have Tamang Selo, we have Maruni dance, we have Lakhe dance. So these are the special dances. I think you are going to get impressed once you see them. But then thank you so very much coming here in spite of your very busy schedule. I know how busy you are.
Thank you.
You came here, share your words, played games with us. So thank you so very much, Susana.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikita.
Alright, so with that, we've come to the end of the episode for today. But then I promise I'm going to be back with a wonderful, wonderful guest next Thursday. And I'm going to be back with my co-host on other days as well. So, आजलाई कार्यक्रम हेरिदिनु भयो धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. We both say bye-bye, adios, and we love you all. Bye.
LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.
Powered by RUSLAN, 100% pure music.
LIVON Serum, the evening show at 6.